guys, Stephanie here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a 5 things that I love and 5 things that I not so love. So it was kind of interesting trying to narrow this list down because there's a lot of stuff that I really like right now and there's a lot of stuff that I'm really like with, and it's not just makeup related. Hopefully you understand, because not everything's about makeup, as much as we'd like it to be. So don't forget, if you like this video, please give it a hearty thumbs up, and if you want to see more like this, hit that subscribe button and ring that little notification bell, and it'll let you know when I'm uploading. So let's just jump right into this list, shall we? So I wore my Uniloom shirt today. It looked so good when I first put it on, and now not so good. So sorry about that, but I just got home from work a little bit ago, and you know, the struggle. Anyways, so let's jump into this. I'm gonna start with the things that I'm loving right now, and the first thing that I didn't know how I was gonna like this, but in the end I'm totally loving this, like totally loving this, and that's the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. Now, yeah, I was so worried because when I bought this, I was starting to hit pan, and I wanted to go get a backup because I found that I loved it so much that I was like, I want to make sure that I don't run out. I couldn't find it anywhere. It was sold out everywhere. And as luck would have it, my local Walmart actually restocked before anywhere else that I could find it locally. So, and by locally, I mean an hour radius. So, I should have actually picked up a couple of them, but this stuff is so great. I have super dry skin, so this really feels like it moisturizes my skin while I'm putting it on, and it does give that little bit of blur and slip to it, but it doesn't make my face look greasy, which I love, because there's another product that is actually on my dislike list, as you'll see later, that I'm not big on that super greasy look. So I like that it doesn't do that. And you don't have to use a whole lot of it. A little bit goes a long way. And it's kind of weird, just so you know. When you first buy it, there's almost like a little, I guess for lack of a better way to put it, it's almost like a little coating or skin on top, and I'm not really sure why it does this, but once you kind of get through that teeny tiny top layer, it's just so smooth and creamy, and it just, oh, it's great. And it makes my makeup last. And that is a super big plus for somebody who sits at a desk and gets stressed out and is like this half the day. Like, so definitely a benefit that it has some lasting power, and it can withstand some of that rub off, you know, those dough moments. So good stuff. Is it upside? Oh, it is right side up. Okay, so next thing that I'm totally loving. Is it in focus? This is the Clinique ID Moisturizer, and it is the Dramatically Different Hydrating Jelly with the Lines of Wrinkles formula in it. Now, I'm in love with this stuff. It is so, so good. I don't like super gloppy moisturizers, and I've been trying to find that good combination between really good moisture and not heavy moisturizer, and this is definitely it. It's like a water gel, and when it goes on your face, it just, oh, it feels so smooth, and it almost feels like it's tightening right away. And I'll be honest, I don't really know that it's doing a whole lot for my wrinkles, but then again, my face shows all of my emotions, so it just feels good. And I do see like a difference between if I'm using it and I'm not using it. I can definitely tell the difference. But as far as, you know, minimizing your lines and minimizing your wrinkles, you can't go back in time. And quite frankly, there's nothing really that's going to do that for you on the market that I'm aware of, except for Botox and surgery. So, and I'm not really keen on either of those. So, Clinique it is. But it has hyaluronic acid and it's got caffeine in it. If you've been living under a rock, this is what hyaluronic acid does. Apparently it absorbs the moisture from the atmosphere. Now, I don't know that I'd want to use this in the winter because it's so dry in the winter that that's when you kind of do need like that gloppy kind of moisture. But in the summer, it's perfect. But it's got the caffeine that's supposed to brighten and, you know, kind of revitalize. It's good stuff. It's lightweight. It just feels so good. It's cooling. And I love it. Moving on to the next thing that I've been loving. CoverGirl Matte Made Foundation. Now, as you can see, this is an empty too. I have used this. I was literally pulling the cap off and sticking brush in here to get like as much as I could out of this. And I do have another one that I restocked. And luckily my Walmart seems to be restocking that, so that's good. But this stuff is so nice. And this is as close to my perfect skin shade as I can possibly get. So I really love that because I've tried so many foundations. Oh my gosh, it's just crazy. And when you can grab something off the shelf and anyways, when you can grab something off the shelf and it actually is the color that's in the bottle and it goes on your skin like that, and it just, I feel like every time I use it, I have a good makeup day. So it's good stuff. And because it's matte, it kind of, I know they say people with dry skin should use matte foundations, but I'm telling you that it does not dry my skin out, and it doesn't pick up on my dry spots, but I personally can look in the mirror and see that it makes my wrinkles and lines look lesser. That's what I love. I am all about that, and it covers my rosacea, so win-win. Okay, next thing I'm loving. I got a new pendant light. Oh, you know what? I'll take video of it so you can see it, because you're not going to see it obviously while I'm sitting here, but it matches my light back here. It's crystal and it's so pretty and I love it. And it provides the perfect amount of light when I'm not filming and I'm working on my editing, and it casts this lovely prismatic effect. It's so pretty. So I'm loving that. Go Lowe's. Did I get it at Lowe's? Yes, I got it at Lowe's. It's just a pendant fixture in a crystal shade. It's beautiful. I love it. It matches. What can I say? Last on my list of things that I am loving right now. e.l.f. Camo Concealer. This stuff is amazing. If you have fine lines and wrinkles and you're using it on your under eyes or your forehead and you have these lines because, you know, emotion, then you have to set it super fast. If you don't set it super fast, it will crease, like super fast. So what I tend to do is I'll dab it on a little bit, you know, just little dabs under my eyes, because I'm not doing that triangle thing with this stuff. A little goes a long way, trust me. I'll just dab a little bit on and I'll take my blender and just, you know, move it around and put it where I want it, and right away, I'm in with my powder and my super dirty powder brush for under eyes. This is one of my brushes I got from Amazon. Yeah, I'm loving those, by the way. Like, literally, as soon as I'm done with my little sponge, it's right here with powder. And then that way, it kind of almost instantaneously sets it. So my camera stopped recording, and all this time I just realized that my AC's been on. So, hopefully I can edit that sound so that it nullifies some of that for you, because I'm so sorry. But it's hot, man. It is finally hot here. Like, hot. Like, I'm sorry, I've never met a woman who gets enough sleep because none of us sleep well. It's just, I don't know. This stuff covers your lack of sleep. It's great. That is the final thing on my list of things that I love. Now on to things that I don't love so much. Okay, so something I dislike. So I read this book and it became, like, almost instantaneously became one of my favorite books of all time, like, that I've ever read. And I have read a shit ton of books in my entire life, and this one, like, just grabbed me and sucked me in because, let me tell you what the book is first. It's called The Goldfinch. It's by Donna Tartt, and they've made it into a movie, and I just found out that they made it into a movie. But I hate that I have to wait until September to go see this movie, because when I read it, I was like, oh my god, somebody should make this book into a movie, because we all know this character. Anyone who has young people who've experienced tragedy in their life knows the character in this book, and it's... I cried a lot when I read this book. But it was so good. It was, the storyline was just so good. This young, very young boy loses his mother at a very early age when he's in elementary school, and it's a major tragedy. He is there when his mother loses her life, and he kind of loses it, and it's the story of his life after that occurs. And I don't want to get too far into it because you should read it, or if you don't read it, you should check into the movie because it's just that good. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna make my husband go to this movie with me. I may just go by myself because I might cry and he might laugh at me, and then I'll be upset, and then I'm good. No, I won't be upset. He would probably be like, look at her. I don't know. I like movies that make me cry sometimes. I watched A Dog's Purpose. I made my family watch A Dog's Purpose, and they were like, what the hell? You made us watch this movie? And I'm sitting there like, oh, it's so good. And they're like, screw you for making us watch this movie. So I'll probably go by myself. Yeah, I just don't like that I have to wait that long. Or that I didn't know in the first place. Okay, moving along. Next thing I very much dislike. And this is makeup related. So I'm gonna grab it because I brought it over here. Okay, I bought this on the recommendation of several beauty gurus that I watch who raved about this. And were like, oh, this is so wonderful. It's so great. So I bought it. Listen, just so you know, some things that people rave about aren't necessarily legitimately good. And if you like this, God bless you. You probably just have the right skin for it, which is young and wrinkle-free and blemish-free and perfect. Those of us who don't have perfect skin, this shit, no. Okay, so I understand, like, glowy, glistening, you know, that look is in. And I'm not really quite sure why, to be completely honest, because all of my life, women have been using blotting papers and a crap ton of powder so that they don't look greasy. And for some reason, this yoga skin slash, I don't know, sweaty, greasy look is in this year. Hey, to each their own, and if that's your gig, God bless ya. But some people that just doesn't work for. And this stuff intensifies every single wrinkle on your skin. It intensifies any texture on your skin. If you, Okay, I'm gonna give you an example. If you go to Home Depot and you're going for a painting workshop, they have them on the weekends, you want to paint the interior of your house. You go to a painting workshop, they recommend that if you have a wall that's textured, they say your best bet is to buy either a flat paint or like a satin eggshell color paint. But don't buy a gloss paint, because a gloss paint brings out all of the texture in your walls or whatever it is that you're painting. And if you don't want that texture to show through, you buy a flat paint because it minimizes, because it doesn't reflect the light, right? I mean, it's the same with any type of material or paint, or you can transfer that across mediums. So it would stand to reason that if you have a lot of texture on your face, if you put a gloss on there or something that's a little shiny, anywhere the light hits it, it's gonna just magnify it that much more, because it's gonna draw attention to that particular area, right? Okay, Just want to get that out there. So for me, this is a no. Which is sad because the color match was pretty good. I was impressed with that, but everything else just kind of sucked ass. I don't like looking like a grease cake. It's just not my thing. Hopefully it worked out for you if you tried it. Moving on. Next thing that I really hate, I didn't win the lottery last week. Like, what kind of bad hex is that? I'm not independently wealthy and I still have to go to work. So my dogs are not happy about that, and nor am I. Just saying. I know, like, what are the odds of winning the lottery? Like 1 in 8 bajillion. But you know, it's always fun to entertain the idea. Okay, next thing. I cannot get this at my local Walmart anymore. And this is CoverGirl Outlast Lip Stain. It's like a marker. And I guess they weren't selling enough of these or something, but I actually ended up getting this one on sale. And I love this. It's like you're putting like water on your lips when you use it. It's easy to control because it's got a marker tip applicator and you don't feel it at all. Once you have it on, it's like a light blush of a stain on your lips, right? But it looks so good under gloss and it stays like you wouldn't believe. And in fact, I actually have it on, but I did throw some NARS on top of it because I worked all day. I looked like hell. I had to do something. But when I put this stuff on and then I put my Buxom gloss over top of it, oh, it looks so pretty. You can still order them at Walmart online. I did check into that, but I'd like to be able to go to the store and buy it. I'm an instant gratification kind of person. What can I say? Last but not least, dude, this one, mosquitoes. Do you see this? It literally looks like a vampire tried to take a bite out of my cheek. Those are mosquito bites. Blah, they are. They're little vampires. I have no idea what their purpose on this planet is. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this video. I would love to hear your feedback. What are some things that you love, or what are some things that you just downright dislike or hate or intensely abhor? Leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear your feedback because, you know, everybody's got their little quirks and little things that they dislike and they love, and, you know, some of them might be popular opinions like, oh, I love this, everybody loves this. Or it might be something completely out of the blue that is unique to your character. So I'd love to hear it. Anyways, thanks for joining me and we'll see you next time. Bye! Bye, bye, bye.